I'm Mark Whitefield, your host. This is Nick Austin, my collaborative partner. We're here to introduce Arch Intelligence. Arch Intelligence is a new age learning platform for everything implants and technology in the world of dentistry. It's a collaboration between two groups. My group, Whitefield Biomed, and Nick's group, Implant Snobs. We're super excited to be announcing this just from the fact that there's a real need for what we've got to show and talk about, and we hope that you'll be a part of it. To tell you about me myself, I'm a practicing dentist in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm the crazy implant guy. We we're lucky that a good number of years ago that I kind of decided to make up some crazy stuff, and that's how I came up with my startups: Whitefield Biomed, Implant Evolution, and Evo Vision. Whitefield Biomed is our headquarters. It's our R&D department, and underneath Whitefield Biomed, we've got several subdivisions. We've got our AI and our AI optics division. We've got our full arch selections, but also along those lines, which we're really excited about, is we bring information and products to market in the AI driven technology realm. And along those lines, that's the part that's really required to be able to do this kind of dentistry. But we firmly believe that this is the beginnings of something big. Nick, tell us a little bit more about what you're
Yeah,
looking
of
forward
course.
to for.
Really, really excited to be launching this. I'm Nick Austin. I'm the founder of Dental Snobs. To give you a quick overview on Dental Snobs, it's an online free to use marketplace for dentists out there who are looking for better prices on technology, better prices on implants. We have our own private label clear liners. We do biomaterial, prosthetics, PPEs, everything that you could think of. The Dental Snobs marketplace has for you, and like I said, it's free for dentists to use. But yeah, really excited about this collaboration. So Arch Intelligence. Let's talk about the podcast first. What we want to do with this podcast and what we want to release is we want to release weekly episodes to you guys of unbiased, uncensored, real education, and AI tech talk. What does that mean? We want to spotlight emerging surgical techniques, restorative workflows, really cool AI technology that's being brought into the dental space to make y'all's life in the practice a lot easier. Um, we are going to use a bunch of our connections to bring on some really cool people to talk with you guys about the future of full arch dentistry, AI driven technologies in dentistry, anything you guys can think of. We're gonna bring that to you guys in an unbiased, uncensored platform to where we're just gonna talk about what we're seeing and how fast that technology is moving in the dental space right now is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to try to be on the cutting edge of that for you guys. And so let's talk about like why we decided to call it Arch Intelligence. So Dr. White or Dr. Mark, tell us what is Arch Intelligence?
Yeah, that's great. We've been collaborating on this for a good long while, and it's really an interesting evolving thing. And originally, all of my craziness and innovations have come out of the need for something different. Uh, when I say something different, right now in the implant realm, which is where I live, I do a lot of implants, but I do a lot of full arch restorative cases, especially for our older patients. And they are, when it comes to full arches, it's a man, it's a different world. And we've got some great, incredibly good systems out there that do real well, but there's still a real space for something new, for a full arch solution that that can be used across the board. And when I say across the board, GPs, uh, in America, we don't, 90% of GPs really don't place implants and they don't do full arches, yet they've got an enormous, group of people out that come into their practices every day. There's something like 38 million Americans who are edentulous, and they say the number's going up. Everybody's living longer. everybody, they want teeth. I mean, they want real teeth again, or something that functions like real teeth,
Right.
and they want it to be affordable.
Right. And
In
that's
but
the big thing, right?
Yeah,
That's what this collaboration between Dr. Mark and Dental Snobs and myself is Arch Intelligence. Is we're going to be introducing a screwless a la carte full arch system, simple, affordable, and restorative driven. And what I mean by that is, what's the thing that all my doctors always ask me about when they're talking about full arch? Prosthetic options. How do
yeah,
we deliver prosthetic options? How do we make proper occlusion? Things like that. Those are always the tricky things in getting going from being an implant dentist to a full arch dentist, right? So we're going to go deeper into that. Dr. Mark, tell us what makes this protocol revolutionary, and maybe give them a little teaser of your FRA method.
yeah. The FRAs, that is it's an actually an older concept, but nevertheless, we've revisited it and we've come up with some really great solutions. FRA stands for fixed removable attachments, which is a an overall encompassing area. It's not just locators, it's not just other attachments. It is it's an attachment that allows us to get rid of the screws, the retaining screws for the prosthetic. And once we're able to do that, we're in a totally different world. And so FRAs are a super great addition to the full arch realm. Reason being is because number one, it makes things much easier, so the GPs can really produce some very nice, easy to use, easy to install, easy to remove, and easy to repair prosthetics. The final bridge is the prosthetics, the killer. We know that the restorative end of things, and that's half of what the magic is just the fact that we were able to get rid of the screws, and so we get rid of screw channels, and along those lines we get to make we've got a lot more wiggle room as far as making just beautiful bridges. uh, but more importantly, they're super easy to construct, implement, remove, and repair. And on top of that, the maintenance at home for the patient is much better. So we're just super excited about it. The ultimate thing along those lines is it takes a lot of AI technology, a lot of different tools that we've got available today to do this, um, whether it's building it or whether it's planning it or whatever. And that's a large part of the reason that we've really delved a lot more into the AI and artificial intelligence range, because the beauty of it is we're still just in the first innings. These technologies are really it's what this is it's the digital revolution of dentistry. And so we're just excited that we've got more solutions, more affordable solutions for our patients, and ultimately it's going to democratize full arches for both doctors and patients.
Agreed. I agree. And they don't call Dr. Mark the AI driven dentist for nothing. So
Mm,
when we were coming up with this collaboration, we had to do something AI, and so we thought Arch Intelligence would be the perfect blend of what we're trying to get across to people. It's a double meaning. This term meaning Arch
yeah,
Intelligence, which is the system that we're putting out there to people, and the smart workflows that it creates, but also the artificial intelligence part of this, which is the data driven design, the AI technology used to make this so predictable and repeatable, on this journey. But ultimately, um, this brand and what we're trying to overall lying message here is we're trying to represent the future of smart, scalable, digital, technology driven dentistry. That's the main thing we're trying to get here. We're trying to put out these engaging topics, engaging speakers, so that we can give you guys what we're seeing, from two different perspectives. Dr. Mark being a practicing clinician every day, and then me with Dental Snobs working with different dentists all over the country every single day. We're trying to bring both of our expertise and to give you guys a perspective from the business standpoint, from the clinical standpoint, and everything that involves and is enveloped in between. Um, to talk a little bit more about arch intelligence and like that kind of protocol, Dr. Mark, maybe discuss your journey and the designing of the system and the real world results you're seeing. I mean, I've seen some of these firsthand. It's like when you see these patients smile with this arch intelligence workflow, they're saying they have real teeth in their mouth again. It's not clinky like it is like zirconia. Like, talk to us a little bit, like what pushed you to go to that method, and like what you're seeing in your real world results with your cases.
Yeah, like I said, I've grown up doing this. I've been doing it for about 30 years, just looking for something, somehow, somewhere where, we could give somebody something like real teeth again in a competent, confident, and consistent manner. But it's been a real struggle for even since day one. Did my first screw retain case probably 20 years ago. And I thought, wow, this is pretty freaking complex. And we didn't ever have anything really better. Nobody innovates. I mean, whether, it's the academics, the big box companies, whoever, labs, nobody really innovates stuff. And so that's a large part of, well, it's the actual genesis and the reason that I do what I do. And through an absolute truckload of failures, we're now getting to the point that we're coming up with some pretty good results that are very biomimetic, that the patients love them. They It serves them well, and we have confidence that even on down the road that these things are going to hold up long term, be durable. But on top of that, if we have problems with them, we can just hit a button with the file, make another one. And so along those lines, that's that's pretty. It's like belts and suspenders. And so we're able to put it into an affordable manner so that the patients can afford it and that the doctors can afford to provide it. It's a real cut down on chair time. It's a simplification of systems. It's not a kludge. A kludge is a system that is just put together with duct tape and baling wire, and a lot of times the screw retain ones just kind of end up being that way. Lots of problems, lots of risk, very costly. But from the simplification of our system, we've been able to eliminate about 90% of the problems and the risk. And it really does work really, really well. And it's what we've been searching for a long, long time. And again, I'm just super excited that these AI driven technologies, are the things that give us the tools that we're able to do this. And so we think that we're in a very unique time and place in history. Being, you're in Dallas, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. These are real cities that are moving and shaking as far as really doing a lot of CE education, a lot of training, a lot of doctors who are doing real high end work. But along those lines, as far as our time in history, we are in the beginning of digital dentistry revolution, and AI is the tool that's driving it. And the AI, yeah, it's amazing. The AI capabilities are coming out every day. They're changing the landscape so that on down the road here, just over the horizon, dentists, and especially the younger dentists, they're going to be picking these tools up and they're going to be doing some amazing dentistry stuff that we can only dream of before. So
Right.
anyway, that's
I
the reason I'm excited about things.
I agree. Well, cool. So here's what you guys can look forward to and our upcoming episodes. And what we're doing is, like I said, we're going to be slowly rolling out Arch Intelligence, more and more details for you guys. We're actually in the process of building out a full on online master class. It's going to be a full workshop of the surgical components, the prosthetic options, the AI technology that Dr. Mark uses, case studies, live patient surgery. It's all going to be there. We're going to explain this method down to you guys to a T, so that it's completely predictable. And we kept coming back to the whole thing that it's affordable, and we're going to keep teasing that. And when we mean affordable, we're going to be able to bring this stuff to you guys at a level to where you guys can bring arches to your patients at a price that's swallowable, which is the big thing here. Is like we talk about it all the time: life changing for your patient, but not life altering to their budget and their lifestyle. That's the key behind what we're trying to bring to you guys. So some things we got coming up. We're going to be talking about the masterclass course that we're building out. Dr. Whitefield and I are going to be officially launching Arch Intelligence and some of the tech behind it at a special event we're going to be hosting in Nashville in September. So be looking for those dates. We'll be putting those out soon. We'll be posting those on our social medias. Catch Dr. Mark, the AI driven dentist. He lives on LinkedIn. He's where the scientists are. You can find him. That's where he drops all of his knowledge. That's where he drops all of his free knowledge. I'm going to start trying to extrapolate some of that free knowledge on this podcast too. But what we got coming down the pike is next week we're going to be diving a little bit more into what the Arch Intelligence Protocol is, starting with what are FRAs and why they're the missing link in the modern full arch dentistry protocol. So Dr. Mark's going to be explaining that. We encourage you guys to subscribe, share this on social medias. We're going to be teasing a whole lot more information. Thanks so much for joining our first episode, and be part of this movement. Arch Intelligence is here. It's not going away, and it's the future of dentistry. And like we always say, Arch Intelligence, you're the hero. We're just simply the guide. We'll see you guys next week.